He turned my silence into guilt, my strength into arrogance, my pain into performance. But I won't let the world hear his version of me anymore. Now they'll hear mine. A modern minimalist interview studio.
Cool lighting.
Neutral background. The interviewer, a well-known, respected journalist, sits across from me. I dressed in soft beige, elegant, calm, grounded. Simple makeup. My look says one thing. I have nothing to hide. Interviewer. Thank you for agreeing to do this. I know you've stayed silent until now.
Me.
I didn't stay silent. I was just healing quietly. Camera slowly zooms in on my face.
Calm. Firm.
My voice doesn't shake. Interviewer. Let's start with the night of Jay's birthday party. The night you found out he was with your best friend. Beat of silence. I exhale softly.
Me.
He didn't just cheat on me. He planned it. Invited me. Knew what was going to happen. He stood in front of everyone I knew and made my pain a punchline. Interviewer's reaction. Sharp, surprised, moved. Me continued. I didn't scream. I didn't make a scene. I went home, and I never contacted him again. That silence? He mistook it for weakness. I didn't seek revenge. But I didn't let him win either. I started over. With someone who never asked me to beg. Someone who respected me when I couldn't even look at myself. Interviewer. Let's talk about the rumors. Was your marriage to Ethan Carter real? Me pauses. Takes a breath. Then answers, no drama, just truth.
Me.
It started as a contract. A strategy. But somewhere in the middle of pretending, I stopped pretending.
Pause.
Her expression softens.
Me.
He never lied to me. Not once.
Not even when he could have.
And that's more than I can say about most men who said they loved me. Interviewer. Jay accused you of manipulation. Of faking victimhood.
What do you say to that?
Me leans slightly forward. Her voice stays calm, but her eyes are steel.
Me.
I say the man who publicly humiliated a woman for sport should be the last person trusted to define what truth looks like. I didn't fake anything. I survived it. She looks directly into the camera. Me, to audience. To every woman who is called dramatic, bitter, crazy or not. You're awake. Stay awake. Social media explodes with hashtags. Hashtag we believe her. Hashtag she survived. Hashtag twisted vows truth. Women reposting clips from the interview. Ethan watching from a distance, pride in his eyes, but no interference. Jay watching the interview alone. In the dark, his reflection warped in the TV screen. He lit a fire, hoping it would burn me. But I used the flames to light my way forward. And now they see me, not as his ex, but as myself. When abusers lose their control, they reach for anything left, your name, your voice, your truth. And if they can't silence you, they try to sue you. Ethan's apartment. I opens the door. A man in a gray suit hands her a sealed envelope. I takes it, slowly closes the door. My hands are shaking, but my face calm. Too calm. I places the envelope on the table. Ethan walks in. Ethan, concerned. What is it? She turns it toward him. Large, bold letters. Notice of defamation lawsuit. Plaintiff. J. Brennan.
Me, softly.
He's suing me. Ethan's private office. His lawyer, Melissa Clark, sharp, assertive, mid-30s, lays the case out on a sleek glass table. Melissa. He's accusing you of orchestrating a fake narrative to ruin his reputation. He submitted security footage, screenshots, and investor withdrawal records. Me, dryly. So, evidence of his downfall.
Got it.
Melissa, respectfully. Your interview struck a nerve, but it also exposed patterns. If we go public with the lawsuit details, you'll be judged again. Scrutinized. Are you ready for that? Me doesn't blink. Me. I've lived through worse. But I won't let him write another story about me, ever again. A news anchors discuss the case. Hashtags trend again. Hashtag stand with her versus hashtag she lied to.
A blog spéculate.
Sienna gives a vague, misleading comment to paparazzi. Not everything is how it looks. People start asking, was I really telling the truth? My old apartment, now empty, quiet, stripped of its past. I stands in the doorway, staring at where it all began. I walks in, touches the old sofa, the wall where I once cried in silence. Before the cameras, before the fake rings and business parties, this is where I survived. Not for fame, not for power, just to find myself again.
Night.
Me and Ethan sit in the dark, surrounded by quiet and candlelight. She looks distant. Ethan, if you want to disappear for a while, I'll come with you. No media, no lawsuits, just peace. I looks at him, really looks.
Me.
If I run now, I prove him right. I need to do this. Not to punish him, but to protect every girl like me who doesn't have a fake husband and $1 million PR team. He reaches over and takes my hand, not as a lover, as an ally. Ethan, gently. Then we fight, together. This wasn't about revenge anymore, or love, or headlines. This was about truth. And I was ready to stand in it, even if I stood alone. Sound of courtroom doors creaking open. Murmurs fill the room. When the world watches, every breath, every word, every tear is judged. This wasn't just a trial of truth. It was a battle for my soul. I walks through the courthouse entrance, dressed in a sharp black suit. My face is calm but determined. The flash of cameras hits me, some whispers heard. People in crowd murmuring. She looks so composed. I wonder if she can really prove it. Is she the victim or the villain? Jay's gonna win this one. I holds my head high, my eyes scanning the room. Ethan steps in beside me, offering silent support. The judge calls the court to order. Jay's lawyer, smirking. My client was publicly defamed by the plaintiff, accused of crimes and betrayal he never committed. We will prove this was a well-orchestrated lie to destroy his name and business. My lawyer, Melissa, rising confidently. Melissa, this trial will reveal the truth, not the twisted lies Jay Brennan wants the world to believe. We will show the jury the pain, the betrayal, and the courage of a woman who refused to be silenced. Jay's side presents footage and documents, trying to paint me as manipulative and deceitful. I listens, expression tight, but focused. They tried to make me a villain in my own story. But evidence without context is just noise. I takes the stand. I looks at the jury, then at Jay's lawyer. Jay's lawyer, harsh. Isn't it true you started this fake marriage just to hurt Mr. Brennan's business? Me, steady, eyes unwavering. I agreed to a contract. But I never lied about the pain he caused me. The betrayal was real. The humiliation was public. Jay's lawyer tries to shake me. I holds firm, voice steady. Me, I'm not here to ruin anyone. I'm here to defend the truth. Melissa calls a surprise witness, a former employee of Jay's company. Witness. Jay pressured investors to pull out once he found out about the marriage and the public backlash. He deliberately sabotaged his own business to blame her. Gasps in the courtroom. Jay shifts uncomfortably. Truth isn't always loud. Sometimes it's quiet. A whisper. A fact. A witness. And sometimes it's all you need. The courtroom waits in tense silence. Jay's lawyer rises for a final question that could change everything. Me takes a deep breath. This was no longer just about him or me. It was about justice.